Hey guys, how's it going? Sorry about the wind today. It's not much of a day, but we're going to attempt to get something done. So it's blowing a gale and trying to bloody rain, but I think I might have a little bit of time, so we'll get some stuff done while I can. While I had a few minutes when it wasn't raining, I got this filter installed. I don't know if I'm going to keep the basket inside or whether or not I'll leave that out. I haven't really decided yet, but this will go on for the moment. I might not leave this on here. This might be just until the system cleans itself out. Haven't decided with that. That's just, I've got it, I'll put it on. So I'll get this cap off and we'll have a bit of a fiddle with this tank, see what we can do in there. I don't know if we won't get it done today, but at least, I don't know, we can make a bit of a start on it. But if the weather holds out for me, we might get a bit done. So don't know what I'll be able to show you, but yeah, we'll see how we go anyway. I'll bring you back in a second. Alright, I'm back. That is not much fun, I'll tell you that for a fact. So I've removed the filter off here, the basket, this jigger. I don't know if I'm going to refit that or not, because it's not in very good nick. It's all coming away there and it's just caked full of garbage. If I continue to run the paper filter, it's not going to matter, I won't need it. I can make like a diffuser to go on the bottom there so it doesn't foam the oil up, and it'll be fine. Yeah, so I've just been let's get you around here. I don't know if you'll be able to see in the tank or not. Yeah, it's getting there. It's boring as hell, and you can't really see much, so there's not much for you guys to look at because I can't even see what I'm doing half the time. I've just been paint scraper, scrape all the sludge, get it in the corner, mop it up with a rag, repeat, rinse and repeat. I don't know about the other side. I'm gonna get as much as I can, but it's just one of those things. I don't know. I don't think I'll be able to get all of it out. I'm just getting what I can out, so I'll continue on and I'll bring you back when either it's started to rain or I've achieved something. I'm guessing rain will come first. I'll bring you back in a bit. Well, I'm back. It's a couple of weeks later because the weather hasn't been playing ball with us of late. Looks quite nice at the moment, but it's absolutely blowing a gale. That's why I'm hiding behind the door here. We've had rain on and off for weeks. It just seems to be, it'll rain for an hour, then it'll clear up for an hour, then it'll rain again, and just can't get anything done. And other commitments, so yeah, this is why this one's a bit late. It might even be a bit later, I don't know, it depends on how today goes. I might get 20 minutes worth of work done and it'll start raining again. So I'm back out here playing with this thing again. As you can see, we have hydraulic oil for it. I've cleaned the tank as best as I can without doing something drastic. Because of the 3-compartment system that it's got in there with the baffles, that end compartment, I can't get into it. I can't, I've put a bit of steel on the bottom of the tank and scraped a fair way up in there and pulled all the sludge back down this way. So my other option was cut the baffles out, but I sort of put the grinder in there and fired it up and just went, nah, I don't want to die today. So the filter's just going to have to deal with it. That's all I can say. So I'll just change the filters every few hours of running and just cut them open and see what's coming out, and probably do an oil change, which is going to hurt because that's like $300 odd worth of oil, and that won't be full. I think they hold another 20 litres on top of that, or 5 gallons. for you American guys. Yeah, I did look up the size of the tank, and that should get us going quite well. That should be enough to operate it and be fairly functional. Because I actually found a manual for this thing, not actually a crane, but the loader equivalent, which is all essentially the same. Yeah, it was on eBay, and I was like, holy hell, I had that. It was like 15 bucks or something, and it was actually in Tasmania, which was even better. So yeah, so I've got a spec on the tank. The tank, as far as I can tell, is the same, or roughly the same size as your loader tank. It looks exactly the same. The principle of them was pretty much all fairly much the same. So I'll give you a look inside this tank. Don't mind the wind. So that's what I've done. Yeah, you can see there's one baffle there. I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see anything worth seeing in there. But yeah, you can sort of, oh, this is difficult. Yeah, there's the other baffle. Get back over here out of the wind. Yeah, so the two main, like these two compartments, I can clean up, or have cleaned up reasonably well. Just that third compartment, which is where the suction side is, which is just handy. Yeah, I can't quite get in there. So I think, yeah, the filter's just going to have to deal with it. It's been like that for decades upon decades, so I don't think it's going to worry this whole thing. I'll just switch out filters very regularly, and after an amount of time, I don't know, I'll work that out. I'll change out the hydraulic oil, dump that out, because there is a drain on the tank, which is nice, but also the drain is on this side where the opening is as well. So yeah, oh well, one of those things. So what I'm going to have to do, I'm going to have to dump hydraulic oil in it until I get some running out the front, out of the line, so it washes any sludge or their stuff that comes out the other end, I suppose, so it doesn't get a gut loaded into the pump. It doesn't appear to be anything, it's just gel like sludge. There's no, like, there's nothing in it that I can tell. It's just like coagulated, I suppose you'd call it. Old hydraulic oil and yeah, a little bit of like filtery paper stuff from that mesh filter, which I'm not running again. I don't think I'll bother putting that back in, because that needs a whole lot of cleaning and it's not in that good a nick. I reckon by the time I wash that out in some solvent, I reckon it'll fall apart, because it's already, the mesh is already coming away on it. So I think that'll get relegated to the shed. I might fix it and put it on later, but just at the moment I want this thing to go. A few things have changed since since I last did some video. Only happened Monday and it's Saturday. We have a shipping container. Get back out of the wind again. Yeah, so I think I'm going to do the engine assembly for that thing in there, which hopefully, if I get a bit of time at work to do a few bits and bobs to the block and the head, could be in a few weeks. So head's back, the head's done, the injectors are done, they're back. Of course, you know, the block and crank are done, so all the major components are done. I've just got to clean up some casting burrs and stuff in the head, which doesn't matter, but I'm just like, I might do it while I'm at it. They've been like that since the 60s, but yeah, you know, it's quite a rough casting in a few spots, so it might actually be a replacement head, I don't know. Like, there's a little ball of cast iron in one of the ports, like intake port too, just hanging on to the side there. I'm like, yeah, I don't like that. So it'll come off. I'll just die grind it off, or give it a tap with a punch and it should come off. Just stuff like that I've got to clean up. Alright, well, I'll get set up for this anyway. I'm procrastinating a bit here. We might be able to get this to actually do something today. We'll see how we go. don't get your hopes up, it might not happen, but yeah. So, alright, I'll sort some stuff out and I'll bring you back. Alright, let's see if we can put some oil in this thing. Watch me spill this everywhere. I'll go see if that's running out the other end. Not as yet. Let's have a look. Yeah. Because the angle, it's still probably take half, well, most of this container before it comes out. I just don't want to waste too much of it. Still nothing. Yeah, I suppose it's still not up to, because the suction line's on that side, so we're on a fair angle here, so it might take a good bit before it does anything. Oh, I suppose we'll just keep filling. It's still not coming out yet. Well, the level's going up in the tank, but nothing's coming out yet. Maybe I'll just have to suck it and just put it on there. Yeah, there isn't a real lot in that other side. I'll put the last one in. Hopefully that's enough. If not, I think I'll just put the hose on, and I'm not going to risk it, you know, losing a lot of oil. Like, that's 20 litres of oil already. I just wanted to run out the other end a bit to wash the line out. It might have a bit of sludge in there and it might fill up so far, and then just push it through and dump 20 litres of hydraulic oil out in the ground. I don't want that. there's a good amount of oil in there. We're still not getting anything out the other end. Oh, yeah. I suppose when you look at the other side, it's only just touched it, like there's a gap about that big at the bottom of the tank, and it's only just like where the baffle stops. It's only literally like that far to the baffle, so there's a lot in this side but not on the other side. I'll stop this video and I'll just let it sit for a bit and see if anything comes out. Alright, I'm back. So after a while it did start to dribble, so I waited till it came clean and popped that hose back on with the new one we got, and swore and cursed at that fitting for a bit. That wasn't much fun. I hope it doesn't leak, but yeah, we'll find out, I suppose. So I suppose the other thing is to dump some more oil in it. Do-do-do-do. I really hope that doesn't leak, because this is all going to end up on the ground and this is really expensive. Let's have a look-see. Yeah, about halfway up the baffles. So definitely needs another at least 20 litres in there. Do I put that in now or do I wait for a bit and see if it leaks? I might hold off. I'll see if it leaks a bit and I'll bring you back. Alright, so yeah, it doesn't seem to be pouring out, but there is a little bit of dampness starting there, so yeah, I don't know. It might leak, it might not. I don't think I'm going to chuck the other drum of oil in it, because if I lose the lot, that's really expensive. At least if I've still got one drum up my sleeve, it's, you know, it's not as bad. So there should be enough in there to sort of do something with it. Oh. And of course, as soon as I turn the camera on, the weather starts to turn on me. Starts blowing a gale. I don't know if we're going to get this thing to go. I realised I don't have my jumper leads, and I don't think this battery is, you know, amazing, because it doesn't have a charging system. So yeah, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what we can do there. Yeah, it was one of those days I knew I was going to forget something, and I didn't even think about some jumper leads. Alrighty, I'll use a little bit of hydraulic oil there, lube this seal up, because this is going to stay on here now. Hopefully, because I'll be able to fill through the top of the tank. So look at this. Oh yep, you can actually see what I'm talking about. I had one of those moments, I thought, what's the camera looking at? back in there. Oh yeah. I was going to replace this hose, but turns out the hydraulic place that I was going to isn't open on a weekend. They used to be. So, yeah, it's handy. I suppose that's the trials and tribulations of the weekend warrior. Ooh. Oh well, there's a bit of junk in there, but the filter's going to have to just deal with it. Yeah, I'm getting it up inside. Oh. Move you guys inside so you can sort of see what I'm doing. Some sort of fashion. Extract some of the crud out of there, go under this one. Oh, turn that hose clamp around first, might help matters. Get on there. There's one. Sorry if I'm blocking the view. Oh, that's not in the best condition, that hose. Yeah, it's got a bit of a split in the end of it. That's probably going to leak like a sieve. Alright, we got that on. So, yeah, just trim the end of it off. Alright, so the battery still has a bit of go in it, so hopefully it might fire. I don't know, we'll find out. Just top the water up. Yeah, so this could be it. We could either make a big hydraulic mess, or someone could be sent to hospital. There's only one person here, and that's me, so it'd be pretty shit for me. Ooh, tripping over stuff. Or the boom will lift for the first time in, I don't know, however many decades. Or it'll, yeah, we'll just have a catastrophic failure. Yeah. So I'll get you guys set up somewhere. Probably put you on the other tractor. I'll set you guys up there and I'll bring you back. Get you guys all settled. Let's see what happens. Alright, I'm admitting defeat. Put another battery in it, and it cranked strong for a little bit, like a couple of seconds, enough to get it to start to want to fire, and then it just fell flat on its face. So I've run out of energy. I'm going to call it a day because it's going on for 5 o'clock I think now, and I don't think the neighbours want to hear the bloody Fordson Major running straight out of the manifold this sort of hour of the day. Oh, that bloody wind seems to know when I pull the camera out. So yeah, I'm going to charge the battery and see what it does. It might be the starter doing it. I'll have to have a chat to my local auto Alecki and see if he can spruce up a couple of starters for me. Or maybe I should try it myself. Yeah, like I've got the time for that. Yeah, so on a plus, we do have flow. It has pushed oil up the return. I don't know if you can see that. There's it's like a dripping off the end of it, so it has, you know, circulated through the system. Now I'll be interested to see what it looks like next week when I come back up. Yeah, the fitting on the front I think leaks a bit. It's not a very good design. It's one of those things. It had a thick bit of, I think it was actually a bit of tyre, like it was rubber, but it was reinforced rubber. Actually, it was probably conveyor belt rubber. You know, similar to what's they've used as insulators under the fuel tank, which are disintegrated. So yeah, that just formed bits. Like, I don't think conveyor belt rubber or that sort of rubber is oil safe or oil resistant, I should say. So yeah, I just doubled up a couple of bits of paper gasket and put some goop on it and hoped for the best. But yeah, I might have to sort something else out. It might need a bit of refinement. So yeah, I've only put 40 litres of oil in the actual tank. So yeah, it's not that much to lose. We wouldn't lose all of it. It's only damp, so at the most, you know, it'll leak a little bit, but I want to hear it run again. I want to see it lift. I don't know if I actually lift anything with it, but at least see the boom go up and down, and you know, in some sort of success before I worry about, you know, doing that. Yeah, I think that's about it. There's not really much to say. It's been an alright day. I got some stuff done. I got some content up for you guys because it's been a little while. I really just, one video a week I can't do at the moment. It's just not. There's too much other stuff going on. And the weather's not real good. So I think the plan for this, I'll get a new return hose at some point. If that holds out, I won't do it straight away. But yeah, operate it. Yep, she's good. Need to do the exhaust, make it nice and quiet. Also need to get the power steering working because that, yeah, it really needs that. I'm in two minds because I've got all new wiring, solenoid, all that jazz for this thing, but it seems like a little bit of a waste. So I'm still in two minds because all that stuff can go on that one, which would be far better, you know, use of funds, let's put it that way. So, and that, yeah, as I said, everything's back for that motor, so I'll be dragging that up here, well, the bits of it at some point, and I think what we'll do, we'll assemble it in our nice new shipping container. So yeah, I think that's where we'll screw it together, and we'll blow some paint on it and all that sort of fun stuff. What else? Yeah, I really haven't been doing much. Yeah, there's a few things in the pipeline for the channel that still haven't eventuated yet. If they will, I don't know, we'll see. But yeah, I'm not going to delve too much into all that sort of jargon until I know what's going to happen. But yeah, so yeah, there's not really much else to tell you guys. Except, yeah. So everything's looking good so far, unless, you know, unless it starters up the, yeah. So I'll charge this thing up, put on the charger for a day or two and let soak, and that will, yeah, that'll hopefully sort our starting issue out. So this is the issue why I want this thing to charge. Like, there's nothing worse than chasing batteries and putting new batteries in machines and fanning around just to get this thing to run so I can go over there, pick that up and move it across the yard. You spend more time getting the thing running than you do actually using it. So, but it wouldn't take it too much to wire up the generator itself, and because it doesn't need light, it doesn't need anything really much. An oil pressure warning light might be good, and yeah, pull switch and go. That's really all you need. So I might just wire it myself. I had a look at wiring diagrams and they're not real good, some of them. They just sort of tend to show you the harness and give you the colours at each end, and then show it just going into the harness. They don't give you an actual wire by wire diagram. But I might have to do a bit more looking. I might be able to find something, because there's not many wires in it. So I might just do that, see if we can. It also might need, all the battery leads are probably pretty, yeah, pretty how you going, so that could be another issue with it. So, yeah, that's about it. Haven't done anything to that. It's still sitting there, still living the dream. That's the same. Got a few more parts for it, that's about it. Yeah. Not much more to say. Alright, well, you guys have fun, and hopefully on the next one we might have something interesting happening like that operating, or we might be starting to screw together the engine. One of the two. Don't know yet, we'll see how we go. Alright, you guys have fun, go play with your tractors and stuff, and I'll see you in the next one.